Pope Francis arrived in Muslim-majority Indonesia on Tuesday to kick off a four-nation tour of the Asia-Pacific that will be the longest and farthest of the 87-year-old's papacy. The head of the world's 1.3 billion Catholics touched down in Jakarta for a three-day visit devoted to interreligious ties, and will then travel to Papua New Guinea, East Timor and Singapore. The 12-day tour will test the Pope's increasingly fragile health, but he is often energized by being among his flock, and he emerged from the 13-hour flight smiling and waving. "I thank you for coming on this journey, thank you for the company. I think it is the longest flight I have done," he told reporters aboard his chartered plane after landing. He disembarked in Jakarta in a wheelchair to an honor guard, greetings by Indonesian officials, including the religious affairs minister, and a traditional bouquet from two children. The Pope was then picked up from the red carpet by a civilian Toyota car, choosing a modest vehicle over one of the luxury typically used by world leaders. He smiled and waved as he left for the Vatican's diplomatic mission in Jakarta. The Pope was due to have a relaxing day in Jakarta on Tuesday following the long flight from Rome, then meet President Joko Widodo on Wednesday in the first major set-piece of his visit to the world's most populous Muslim-majority country. Catholics currently represent fewer than 3% of the population of Indonesia, about 8 million people, compared with the 87%, or 242 million, who are Muslim. But they are one of 6 officially recognized religions or denominations in the secular nation, including Protestantism, Buddhism, Hinduism and Confucianism. Francis will meet representatives of all 6 at Istiqlal Mosque, the largest in Southeast Asia and a symbol of religious coexistence. It is linked via Tunnel of Friendship to the cathedral across the road, where Christians in recent days have been taking selfies with a life-sized cutout of the Pope. He will then host a mass and deliver a sermon at Indonesia's 80,000-seater national football stadium. Despite Indonesia's official recognition of different faiths, there are concerns about growing discrimination, including against Christians, with local Catholics hoping the Pope will speak out. But Michelle Chambon, a theologian and anthropologist at the National University of Singapore, said the Pope would press a wider message he had already delivered in other Muslim-majority countries, from Iraq to Bahrain, Turkey and Morocco. The visit is not really aimed at Catholics in Indonesia, but is intended to highlight the global importance of Islamic-Christian dialogue. That message was already being felt by some in Jakarta. The country's religious affairs ministry has also hailed the visit as a symbol of Indonesia's religious diversity. At the Istiqlal Mosque, Pope Francis will sign a joint declaration with its Grand Imam that will focus on dehumanization. Notably the spread of violence and conflict, as well as environmental degradation, according to the Indonesian Bishops' Conference.